This at first may seem like a normal house, but it will soon be filled with a massive roller coaster. We're gonna be building a backyard roller coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So strap in because I can already tell you the ideas I'm about to get are crazy. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, we have this relatively nice suburban house right here, but it won't be nice for long. Soon it'll be even nicer with a massive roller coaster coming out the roof. Now let me tell you, beforehand I was putting my heart and soul into this house. So if you could please hit that like button and subscribe. 1 like equals 1 cracked bone made building this house. Let's just get straight into it, man. I think I'm gonna use the vertical launch coaster. It just seems like the most practical thing to do. There's only gonna be like 1 or 2 cars, so we're not gonna make the station that big. And after we're done with the layout, we're gonna go and we might build supports for this, but I can already, this layout is gonna be crazy, dude. So at first I'm gonna try to keep it like a backyard roller coaster, you know what I mean? But then you might go underground and then the next time you see the roller coaster, it's just sprawling out near the roof. Okay, so we're gonna do a small dip right here. This isn't gonna be your average like calm, cool, and collected roller coaster. We're gonna go crazy with it. All right, now we're gonna do a little dip up, and then we're gonna do something like I think we're gonna build a 90-degree drop. I don't know what just happened here. Hold on, wait. There we go. I'm gonna try to make the transitions a little off since it is like a backyard roller coaster. It's not gonna be perfect, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like head of like modern engineering type, you know what I mean? Jeez, that looks freaking crazy. Before we continue on, I'm gonna change this track friction to 60, and then I'm gonna change this to like 145, because I want you to be able to get some airtime on that drop, like a lot of airtime. I'm trying to do that thing that like some coasters do when they first interact with the chain lift. They do that little like jolt thing, you know what I mean? In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I might put a clip somewhere if I can find it. But sometimes when the train first locks in with like the chain lift and the anti-rollbacks and stuff like that, it kind of like, wait, let me see if I can demonstrate it, okay? It's like when you go up, you like, you feel me? Like, don't clip that. But yeah, if you want to search it up, just look up like a RMC pre-lift or something like that. Once they lock in with the chain lift, there's a huge jolt. Okay, now before we move on, let's see if the trim will actually lock with the chain lift. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Dude, just imagine having this in your backyard. Like if you had a backyard, if you had the opportunity to create a backyard roller coaster, what would the layout look like? Okay, now after this drop, I think we're gonna make a double down, but we're still gonna, am I even gonna have enough room? Hold on. This is what I was trying to do, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room to do it. Unless I were to make like a really, really sharp turn after that. Yo, if this was real, this would deliver like, I don't know if this is even safe, like type of airtime. Okay, I just ran a test run. I'm thinking maybe we need to tone that gravity down a little bit. Okay, so after this goofy looking inversion, I don't know what we should do next. Guys, do you think this is gonna put force on the track? Be honest. All right, now let's see. 10,000 supports times, if I make it go underground, it's a lot more terrain. What does that equal? Me personally, I think that equals a like and subscribe. But seriously though, I think we're gonna put it down here, and that's where like the bat cave entrance thing is gonna start to happen. You know what would be even crazier? If we stopped the ride and then just had an insane launch. Okay, now it's time for the big idea, dude. I'm going to have a launch that freaking shoots up out of the living room and onto the roof, okay? We're gonna see how that works. I feel like it's gonna be so freaking like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Dude, the maintenance costs on this thing is gonna be insane. I still can't see though, but from what I can see, I think it's in the middle of the room. There it is. Oh my gosh, this looks so weird. I don't know what I'm doing with this track. I'm gonna try to make like some sort of turnaround, if you know what I mean? Yeah, something like that, but instead it turns around, you feel me? Like rotates around the house. Dude, what the heck am I building, man? What is happening right now? Let's see what this drop looks like. Here we go. Put your hands up at home. Come on. Woo! Nice. I actually like it. I actually love it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold you. I love this. There's just something about it that just makes it so cool. You know what I mean? I love that it comes out of the house. Like, I love that it's janky. It just feels vintage. You know what I mean? New vintage. It feels homey. I just love it. Like, I love that it's not perfect. I love that it doesn't like, I love that it has flaws. You know what I mean? All right, guys. So now what we're gonna do is make. There's the coaster. Yo, that looks sick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love that it's rough. I love that it's janky. Fight me. You feel me? But now what we're gonna do is make way for the coaster, okay? That means getting rid of stuff that like interferes with the ride, you know what I mean? We're gonna make it seem like it's normal, you know? All right, enough talking. Let's get straight into this thing here. And it actually looks like it's already working pretty well. You know what would be even funnier, dude? If we placed furniture like knocked over and stuff, like it just happened randomly, you know what I mean? And if there was statues like gathering around the ride, like what just happened? Like their faces are just so shocked, you know? Okay, here the ride comes. Oh, that thing is fast. Wait, hey, I'm getting so hyped, guys. I'm sorry. Let me calm down, okay? I'm trying to lock in, but this ride is just like, I've never seen it before, you know what I mean? And I've never built a house before in theme park. It's just, the whole thing is just so cool. Okay, I accidentally deleted the entire floor, so that might be a problem. The hole is not gonna be the same on every single floor, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Dude, this just looks so freakishly weird, you know what I mean? Also, in part 2, we're gonna add some lights. So we're gonna add something in here, you know what I mean? Shoot, we may even do that right now because if I finish and then it just looks painful to watch, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's gonna look so weird without decoration, you know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be like a backstory to it, you know what I mean? I also just saw the roller coaster just swoop by, dude. This thing is gonna be insane. Oh, let's also make room for, let's also make sure there's enough room for the like them little spiky things. You know when you crash through a wall or something? Well, hopefully you don't know that. But you know when a car like hits a wall or something and it goes through it, there's like these little spiky things. Like it makes like an area where the car was, you know? I'm trying to do something like that. And to do that, we do need a good amount of room. So let's go ahead and move this back a little bit. Dude, the coaster is insane. It's going incredibly fast. All right, this is the roof. This is some... What did I just do? I was just about to say this is something I gotta be careful about. Okay, yeah, just deleted the roof. That's fine. Oh, you know what would be even crazier? If we built like some sort of hatch at the back of the house to make it seem like the thing just busted through the hatch, you know what I mean? And the hatch door was like stayed open. That'd be so cool. And it'll also save me some time from working on it as well. You know what I mean? Okay, now where's the coaster at? I gotta see the clearance. Dude, I feel like this thing is just gonna jump scare me. Hold on. Wait, okay, here it comes. I see it. Okay, let's go and go back out here. And then let's take off these things right here. Yeah, that looks pretty natural. It's literally like the house is just like decoration for it. Went through all that pain, all that struggling, and it was worth it. Okay, now let's go ahead and paint this thing. Like, should we even paint it at all? What if we just like made it darker brown? You know what I mean? Like darker, what the heck? Like what if we did something like that? And then we put a hatch there. Okay, so I'm thinking of making this like some sort of window, you know what I mean? Like something like a family room would have, because I planned on making this a family room. That was before I decided I wanted the coaster to go through the roof. Okay, now my question is, how do you make a window in Theme Park Tycoon 2? What material is window? Like, no. What material would glass be in Theme Park Tycoon 2? I don't want it to be glass. I feel like that's gonna be too weird, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess we can try it. It wouldn't hurt. Ooh, that looks interesting. Ooh, when you put glass on that low-key looks cool. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks like shiny, I guess. Yeah, that's the word, shiny. Okay, now delete that. All right, now we're gonna make a border around it just so it doesn't make it seem like it's just pure like glass coming out the window, you know what I mean? That was barely English, but hopefully you get what I mean. Ooh, low key, I'm liking the way this is going. I just don't think it would be realistic. Well, none of this is realistic, let's be honest. Unless someone has one of these in real life, in which case, hit me up. All right, now we're gonna make this metal. We're gonna make it a really bright metal though. Guys, what do you think? Does that look nice? Like what I'm wondering is if this would look normal, like if it was closed, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get it, like, I'm trying to make it seem like it just busted open, you know what I mean? Like it didn't break, but it was just like really strong and it opened, you know? But let's not worry about that now. All right, now we're gonna focus on this ride going through the house. Yo, this looks so cool, dude. And I guess with this being like where you can see the inside of the roof, I guess we could make like wooden boards so that way it doesn't seem like we didn't just like half butt it, you know? Yeah, that works. Maybe it's not even bad. Like the sizable feature, it's not bad. I just wish that was like something you could do, you know? Like, so I appreciate the freedom. Dude, I don't know how this is gonna look. We might have to make like different sizes, you know what I mean? We gotta make sure it's not like noticeable that we did it after, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to get it to as close as the floor as I can. Alright guys, not gonna lie, I've been recording for about 2 hours, and you might be wondering what I've been doing in those 2 hours, but I've been trying to get this thing looking good for a good minute, and right now I think it's in a good spot for us to end the video. In the next part, if you guys want to see more, we're gonna add some furniture in the interior. We'll probably do some over here, and we'll maybe even do the supports. At least if there's a part 2, then we'll get all the supports done. We're gonna have to put a lot of structure in order for the track to like not break. But overall, I think it's a really good start. I will say that. But that is gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, maybe even subscribe. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Stay up, guys.